I wish you health, Ukrainians. I have been in Sumy region all day with our brigades and soldiers who are defending our land and have carried out an offensive operation in the Kursk region. Today is the anniversary of the Kursk operation, a historic Ukrainian operation. Ukraine moved the war to the territory of the aggressor state and continues to operate on its territory. Ukraine proved that it is capable of doing the right thing, even when many people were talking about a deadlock and were disappointed. It proved that many Russian threats were a bluff. I am grateful to all the soldiers, sergeants, officers, and participants of the Kursk operation. Ukraine controlled 1,300 kilometers of Russian territory, forcing Russia to pull back from the Donetsk region and seek help from North Korea. The Russian plan to launch an offensive against Sumy and Kharkiv was thwarted. The Ukrainian military captured more than 1,000 Russian prisoners in the Kursk region, which allowed for the unblocking of complex exchanges. This is one of the most important pages of the war. Thanks to the soldiers of the 225th Assault Regiment, the 80th Galician Air Assault Brigade, and the 95th Separate Air Assault Brigade. We discussed the needs of the troops, current operations in eastern Ukraine, in the border areas, and on Russian territory. Thanks to the soldiers and Commander-in-Chief Oleksandr Syrsky, this is his operation. The issues of pickup trucks, other vehicles, ATVs, funding for brigades, special explosives, and specific types of drones are being addressed. Clear instructions have been given to the Ministry of Defense. Defense Minister Denis Shmyhal reported in Sumy region on updates in the ministry. The first is the maximum number of orders for the Ukrainian manufacturer, so that 50% of the weapons at the front are Ukrainian-made. The second is the development of digital services for all systems, including the Delta system. The third is to reduce bureaucracy. The fourth is clear communication with brigades and units about their needs. The fifth is a set of issues related to personnel. The Ministry of Defense has to solve these problems. On the way back from the brigades in Sumy region, he had a conversation with President Donald Trump after the visit of Trump's representative Steve Witkoff to Moscow. The common position with our partners is concrete and transparent. The war must be ended fairly. It is important to end the war fairly. European leaders took part in the call. We thanked everyone for their support. We discussed the statements made in Moscow. Russia is probably more inclined to a ceasefire. The pressure is working. The main thing is to prevent deception in the details, neither for Ukraine nor for the United States. It was suggested that representatives of Ukraine and its partners, security advisors, should hold talks in the near future to determine a common position and a common view. This is important for Ukraine. Ukraine will defend its independence. We need a lasting and reliable peace. Russia must end the war it started. I am grateful to everyone who is with the Ukrainian people, with Ukraine, with our country.